Kai, Switzerland, not again. Not again. So, my people, hey, good news, good news, good news. Come closer and hear it. Do you want the Swiss life? Do you want to enjoy the Swiss life? Do you want your child to be the red passport carrier? I think you need to hear this, especially if you are in Africa and you are looking out of traveling to the diaspora just so that your children can get dual citizenship. Consider Switzerland. Listen to this video and be sure why you should or shouldn't consider Switzerland. And at the end of the day, let me know if I'm able to convince or confuse you. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Esther of the Esther's Chronicles TV. I'm a YouTuber based in Zurich, Switzerland. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. And if you're seeing my face for the first time, you are welcome. Please kindly join this family. So I was just going through our local papers and I saw something. Yes, when I say our local paper, I mean one of our local papers in Switzerland. You know, when we say local, African people would think it's only things that are not tush. Even in tush countries, even in the abroad, there are still things that are regarded as the local news. Yes. So in one of our local news, I saw something that just happened a few days ago, and I decided to react to this just to educate or throw more light on one or two things that are already going on out there. And the theme, or what I'm reacting to, is the fact that Swiss government rejects automatic citizenship for those born in Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland is a great country, it's a beautiful country, but in Switzerland, one of the ways to become a citizen is through birth. There are different ways where you can become a citizen. But in Switzerland, one of the ways to also become is through birth, and not just through birth by anyhow, or like you feel like having your baby in Switzerland and then you come to have the baby in Switzerland and you think you get the passport. No, it's by your father, especially your father or your mother being a citizen. Yes, being a Swiss passport carrier. So it could be white, it could be black, because we live in a time where a lot of blacks also have the citizenship. I, for one, if you ask me, like if I go to documentation in an office now and you ask me where I'm from, I would say I'm a Swiss, even though I would get that look like you are a Swiss. Yes, I'm a Swiss. Argue with your system. You ask me where I'm from, I told you I'm from Swiss. So it is only through your parents being a Swiss that you can get the passport, not through one of the ways rather. Meanwhile, in other countries, if you are pregnant and you live in a third world country, or you are in Africa, or wherever you are in the world, yes, not only third world country people that go to America to have children. I have a friend in Switzerland that has a Swiss passport but still wanted the American citizenship, and she went to have a baby in America, and so the child have dual citizenship, or let's say three citizenship now. Switzerland permits that. So if you are a man or a woman and you live in Switzerland and you are not a citizen, if you have your child here, it is the permit that you have that your child will have. In America, if you have money and you go there, you will get the citizenship by birth automatically. I understand in the UK also you can get it, but I think there's still one or two procedure. I'm not sure about that. But what I'm reacting to is what is in our local news. Why am I saying this? A lot of people have often asked me, Esther, oh, I would love to come and have my child in Switzerland. I always discourage them. Even for me, if I know anybody that wants to come to Switzerland, if you're not coming by marriage, I'm not that person that will support you. I will not support you, except you are coming that you are married, or and you know that you're going to get it and your children are going to get it. But if it's true, every other means it takes longer time. So in Switzerland, a lot of blacks are laid back in politics, especially. A lot of blacks are laid back in leadership roles out there. A lot of blacks. But I think it's high time. You know why? Because if we have most of us in the politics, we'll be able to agitate. And not only most of us, even non people that are not black, like Albanians, the other countries also, they still agitate for this thing, even though they have a good country, that if they have their children here and they don't have the citizenship, their children should also have it. But no, if you don't have the citizenship as a person, if you give birth to a child, your child is not going to have it. So recently, on the 15th, to be precisely, on the 15th, pardon me if I'm looking at the paper, it's based on what I read that I'm reacting to. On the 15th June 22, a proposal was put forward by Stephanie Pesoso, a federal parliamentarian from Geneva. That's one another thing. Geneva is French speaking part of Switzerland. In Geneva, you have lots of black people, and I feel that this man must be probably a black or from a French speaking country, because it's only people like this, immigrants, that can come forward with such agitation, with such request. So as immigrants, if we are not in politics, if we are not in the boardroom where decisions are being taken, everything will always be against us. So this man, a parliamentarian from Geneva, came up with this proposal that children born in Switzerland should be granted citizenship even though their parents are not from Switzerland, because after all, they were born here, they are going to grow up here. But the argument of the Swiss parliament at the end of the day is that the fact that you are born here doesn't mean that you will integrate properly. If that is not a silent something, tell me what it is. But I'm not here for that. So the man was requesting that automatic citizenship should be granted to children born in Switzerland. But unfortunately, it was rejected. 112 people to 75 votes in Switzerland federal parliament. That's 112 people voted against it, while only 75 voted. Of course, the 112 had it. This is not the first time. A similar proposal was rejected in December 2021 by councils of state, Switzerland Upper House. So this is not the first time it's happening. It has been happening that children, because children are innocent, and if a child is lucky enough that the parent find their way to Switzerland to have them here, the children should have the citizenship even if the parent don't have it. But up to date, as we speak, it's still a no, 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 no. So if you want to come and hustle, or you want to come and work in Switzerland, you have to work and grow yourself to that point where you can get the citizenship. All the kids you'll be having, they will have whatever you have. So if you are a UK citizen and you have a UK passport, your children are going to retain that. Whatever permit that you have, that's what your children are going to retain. That's one thing about Switzerland. So if you are a pregnant mom out there, you're looking for greener pasture for your children, especially when it comes to dual citizenship, Switzerland is not the place. You can come here, have your children in the sweet hospital, have the Swiss life, enjoy the environment, enjoy the mountain, enjoy everything enjoyable while it lasts. And at the end of the day, you carry your bag and go back. No dual citizenship for you. I want one time ago, I think when I just came to Switzerland, there was a woman that was lamenting that nobody told her that they won't give her child citizenship, even though she spent a lot of money to come and have a child here. Why? She didn't make she didn't do her diligence. You need to make research, look for countries which I advise people to do. Okay, I think like 8 years ago again, one of my friend, she got married and she was pregnant. The husband works in the bank, and the husband actually took loan. He took loan so that the wife can go to America to go and have a child. I couldn't understand that. I say, for what? Why? It took me like 5 years before I can understand. And now, because they had their two kids in America, it was even easier for them to relocate because their children are already citizens, even though they were not citizens. I have more than 2 or 3 friends that just because their children are citizens, they are able to stay in America. So if you ask me, is it worth it to take a loan for you to go and have your child abroad? If you pray about it and you have the leading, I think it's worth it, because at the rate at which things are going now, we all need this dual citizenship. Yes, I know you will tell me, Ajo Dabile, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. But for now, can we secure what we can secure? If you're already in the abroad, thank God for you. Do what you need to do to get what you need to get. For me, for many, many years, I couldn't really advance in my career the way I will, but I thank God the fact that I was married. I had somebody that was protecting me. That's another thing. If you want to travel outside the country, especially if you are going to a non-English speaking environment. Go with somebody that can protect you. Look for coverage. Don't go through the desert. No, it's too risky. I know everybody wants to do everything to leave Nigeria, but the best thing that can happen to you is not leaving Nigeria. The best thing that can happen to you is leaving Nigeria and leaving it for something better. And I tell you, if it is only citizenship that you get eventually, it is a big deal. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like this. 10 years ago, this would sound like a drum in my ear. But now I'm grown. I've seen so many things. And I think it is worth to have it. So, my people, if you're thinking of traveling out of Nigeria, hear it and hear it good. Please try and go to English speaking environment where you will have soft landing. Because if you come to Switzerland, it's not like you will not make it. But people like us, somebody had to pave the way. You know, it was a matter of blood for them. So it was easier for people like me. But if you are the person that want to pave the way, just be ready, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, but it will worth it at the end of the day. So this is what I thought to bring to your notice, that Switzerland is still saying no, no, no to those agitations saying that children born in Switzerland should be granted citizenship immediately. They are still saying no. It happened last year, they kicked it out. It happened this year again, they kicked it out. Let's wait for what will happen next year. But blacks in Switzerland, let's look forward to get into this politics. Let's get into the main place. We are too laid back, and I think it's time for us to just rise. So if you have watched this extent, thank you so much for watching. My name is Esther. It's Esther's Chronicles TV, reporting all the way from Switzerland. Thank you. Please like the video, share it out, and tell a friend to tell a friend that if they want to travel, do your due diligence and be sure that what you're going to suffer for, your children will be better for it at the end of the day. I'll see you all in my next video. It's your girl, Esther. Bye-bye.